My grandfather passed away this Thanksgiving, and it was his lifelong dream to give a TED Talk, apparently. And because he was one of my biggest supporters for me coming here to CFSI, I wanted to honor him by telling the story of some of the people that I met interning at the Pine Street Inn, which is an organization working to end homelessness in Boston. I think their story is usually told by someone like me, who is white, privileged, and pretty middle class. Probably started their life pretty much right on the starting line. And I think because of this, the stories are often compared. Someone might see someone experiencing homelessness and think, oh, they must be lazy, they must be crazy, or they would judge them for the way that they look on the outside. And I think because of that, a lot of people just want to put that problem to the side. They want it to go away, they don't want to look at it. It's a pretty ugly problem. It's a really sad problem. And I think it's really hard for people to face the fact that the person that might be sleeping outside in the cold is a person too. So what if people like me saw what I saw when I was interning at the Pine Street Inn? That each person that stays there and works there has incredible value and strength of their own kind. What if they heard the story of the couple that was sleeping outside on one October day, cold, rainy, I think it was like a super bad rainstorm. They lost all of their belongings in that weather, and they still showed up in the morning to their substance recovery meeting in wet clothes, in wet shoes, and no more worldly belongings at all. So what if they saw the best and the worst of these people? Because I've laughed harder handing out underwear at the front desk than I have with some of my friends. I invite you all to think about your underwear and where you get it from. So what if you had to get your underwear from the front desk of a homeless shelter? Could you still use that experience to make other people laugh and smile? A lot of the people that I met there began their life already behind the starting line of life. Some of them tripped right as the starting gun fired, and there's nobody there to pick them back up again. So what if people like me used their privilege to share their stories and to advocate for them? What if we thought with our hearts instead of just focusing on winning our own race? So like I said, my grandfather really wanted to give a TED Talk about this thing he called nonlinear thinking. And the idea of it is that in school, you learn all the right answers to like all the questions, like 2 + 2 = 4. The mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. And when you have to pee, you raise your hand and ask permission. So the idea of nonlinear thinking is that you learn how to think outside of these boxes that are drawn for you and answer some of the hard questions, like what if that was me? So I guess what I'm trying to say is if we can unlearn how to raise our hand when we have to pee, then we can unlearn some of the stereotypes that make us forget that people are people too, and forget that the human race isn't just a race and we're all humans.